We made it to the end of the month. Workout number 8. Dave's already getting after some of the workout that you guys are going to be doing. So what we got today, it's going to be 4 rounds for quality, 10 per arm tricep kickbacks, exactly what Dave was just doing, 15 per arm dumbbell floor presses, 20 no-handed sit-ups, and then 25 double dumbbell sumo deadlifts. We have 4 rounds of it. We're gonna try to complete it in about 20 minutes. Again, if you go a little bit over that 20 minutes, no big deal. Feel free to finish it up. We're just looking to move smooth and consistent, not for speed. So the 10 per arm tricep kickbacks, Dave has his dumbbell. He's gonna go down to the ground on all 4s. So on his hands and knees, he's making sure everything's stacked, hands under his shoulders and knees under his hips. What he's gonna do is he's gonna tuck his elbow up to his side, and he's gonna get his elbow at a 90-degree angle. From here, he's only gonna move from his elbow to his fist backwards and extend out his arm all the way. He's gonna pause for a second, then he's gonna control it back to that 90-degree angle. There's no shoulder movement. He is only moving from his elbow, using that back of his arm, his tricep, to move that weight. This is done with a very light weight. You don't need to have anything heavy. Usually somewhere between 5 to 15 pounds is plenty for this movement. So again, that's gonna be 10% of your tricep kickback. Then he's gonna flip onto the ground. Beautiful. He's gonna keep his feet up off the ground, make sure his lower back's down, and he's got 15 per arm of a dumbbell floor press. So he's gonna start that dumbbell in his hand. He's gonna lower his elbow to the ground, keeping his elbow tucked in tight to his side. You can't see it great from this angle, but we want it to be tucked in tight, not flare out to the side. And then when he presses out, you notice that dumbbell is slightly shifting backwards, so he finishes over his shoulder, not out awkwardly in front of his shoulder, which kind of puts a weird strain on your body. So he wants that full lockout. It should almost feel like you're doing a bench press, but on the ground. And the whole time he's making sure his lower back stays planted. He's not arching his back off of the floor. So that's what we would not want there. I'm just gonna adjust this camera real quick. There we go. So now we can see him a little bit better there. Awesome. So that would be your dumbbell floor press. Try to pick a weight where you can do 15 reps on one side, then 15 on the other without having to pause. You can increase in weight as able. Feel free to start light and then build your way up as you progress through the rounds. Then we got 20 no-handed sit-ups. You can stay right where you were. Oh yeah, stay on down there. So Dave's gonna butterfly his feet together. He's gonna tuck his hands and his elbows tight into his chest. He's gonna use his core to throw himself up, get his shoulders past his hips, and then he's gonna go back down, make sure his shoulder blades touch the ground, and he's coming back up. Ideally, Dave's elbows are up. Right now, we want them tucked in a little, but this is a lot harder to do without an ab mat than with an ab mat. The other option you can do is keep your feet flat on the floor, knees go up to the ground. Same idea with the hands. He is going to go all the way down, and when he comes up, he might just spread his knees out a little bit to bring his shoulders all the way up past his hips. If this is a little bit too difficult, you can't do any or maybe only a couple, use those hands, that's fine, but really try to focus on engaging that core when you're doing them. That last movement is gonna be 25 double dumbbell sumo deadlifts. Now you can stand up, Dave. He's gonna set his feet up slightly wider than his squat stance. Not too much wide, but just a little, maybe 2 inches wider. He's gonna point his toes slightly out, and his knees are gonna drive out very similar to a squat. He has a dumbbell in each hand. He's gonna hinge his butt back, and he's gonna sink his hips down towards the floor. Notice how his shoulders stay relatively higher than his hips the entire time. He's never lifting his hips up too high where they're in the same level as his shoulders. So he's getting those dumbbells all the way to the floor. His back is staying nice and flat, and he's standing all the way up. For some of you, you might not be able to get the dumbbells all the way down to the ground in a safe position. So in that case, try to just get to about that mid-shin level, then stand back up. As you stand, you're really trying to focus on using your butte to lock out those hips. We don't want to just be focusing on nothing, just kind of mindlessly moving. We want to really think about the back of our legs doing the work, the hamstring and the booty, standing you back up and taking the brunt of that work. So again, you have 4 rounds for quality of those 4 movements. Your last workout of the month, it's going to be 2 rounds for time, 35 alternating devil's presses, and then an 800-meter run. 2 rounds of it. So we're gonna put a 24-minute cap on this workout. Your goal is to get under 20 minutes. For the alternating devil's press weight, we wanna make sure we pick a weight where you can consistently stay moving and you never really have to stop and take a 10 to 20 second breather. You should just be able to stay moving with it so you're moving through the workout nice and smooth and consistently, not sprinting, getting a few in, and then resting. We want to avoid that. We want to try to find that cruise control pace. That 800-meter run, we're looking for that to take about 4 minutes or so. If you guys don't have that already marked out, grab one of those little wheelie measurement things, go out 400 meters, and then that's your mark. And then coming back 400 meters would create your 800 meters for your run. Okay, so Dave's gonna show us what that devil's press will look like, then we'll call it a day here. He's gonna start with his hands on the ground where he puts that dumbbell in one hand. He's gonna let his chest drop between his hands just like a regular burpee. Now, he's gonna come back up just like he would for burpee, but he has to shift his feet so they now straddle the dumbbell. So he's gonna shift his feet a little bit over to the right. He's gonna now, before he swings that dumbbell between his legs, pull his chest up to lock in his back. Now he's gonna swing that dumbbell between his hips, and he's gonna pop his legs and let that dumbbell float up overhead to a locked out position. On the way down, he's gonna switch hands, and now he's planting the hands on the floor. He's going down, he's repeating, he's gotta shift his feet over to straddle. He's gonna set his back first, and then he's swinging that dumbbell into his hips and then pressing out. We can't stress enough the importance of making sure you add in that extra step. Usually when we do burpees, we don't have to worry about setting our back because there's no weight we're bracing, but we're bracing a weight now when we're standing up with that weight. So you have to make sure you put in that extra step of bringing that chest up really hard before that dumbbell even leaves the floor. So good luck with it. 2 rounds for time. Again, 35 alternating dumbbell devil's presses, and then an 800-meter run. Your cap is 24 minutes, but you're trying to get under 20. Best of luck. We'll see you in month number 6.